Jodi. Thanks for joining me today. I am really excited to show you this card that's made with our gold foil paper. I'll start with that piece. This is a piece of the gold foil paper, just flat. You can see the reflection of my light in my hand. This is 5¼ inches by 4 inches, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in the embossing folder. For this card, I want to put it face down in here because I want the parts in here, this line, I want that part to be raised on the gold. And you can play with it. You can do it both ways and see which way you like better. I'm going to put it on my big shot here between my cutting pads and just crank it through. You might notice that this is brand new, so you can see there aren't even any lines or marks on here yet. It's really quite exciting. Let me just scoot this out of the way. So when I open up my embossing folder, you'll see what I was talking about, the raised parts right here. You can also, if you put it in just face up, this part would be raised and then this outline would be depressed. So whichever way you want to do it. This base of the card it was 8½ by 5½ inches. So I just folded it in half. And before I attach the gold foil, I'm going to use some of our Very Vanilla ribbon seam, and just cut a little bit extra. So this is the seam binding, and I'm just going to set it right about here, and I'm going to flip it over like this and use my snail adhesive and just tack it down in the back. So I'll just pull that over and press it down and do the same thing on this side. So let's flip it over and just make sure I have it straight, not so much. So we'll just lift it gently and adjust. You can really see the reflection picking up on this gold foil paper, but it is just so stunning to see in person. It's really fun. Okay, then I will continue with my snail adhesive, and I'm just going to go around the entire perimeter on this. I usually do when it's embossed just because there's less surface actually connecting with the adhesive, and so I use a little bit more than I normally would on a flat piece of cardstock or paper. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this just a little bit to hopefully keep it out of the light reflecting. This is just a scrap of crisp cantaloupe, and I'm going to pull in this stamp set mixed bunch and grab this stamp out of there, and I'm also going to use that with crisp cantaloupe ink, so just some tone on tone stamping. So I'll ink this up, and I'm going to stamp it once on this crisp cantaloupe, and then I'm going to ink it up again, and this time grab a scrap of Very Vanilla. You'll notice that this is much narrower. I'm just wanting to get the center of the flower, so it's okay that I don't have the whole flower. I'm going to go back in with my 3/4 inch circle punch and just put it right over the top here and pop that out. And then, oops, let me close my ink quick. With the flower that I stamped, I'll use the blossom punch, and again, put that upside down so I can line it up, and then just pop that out. So what I'll do is take one of my Stampin' Dimensionals and put it on the back of this, and then just put that right in the center of the flower. So it just sets that off a little bit, creates a little bit more of a focal point. And then I'll put some more dimensionals on the back here and peel those off. And then this will go right over the seam binding. So just in the center, right over the seam binding. The last thing I'm going to do with this is some of our gold baker's twine from the Occasions catalog. I'm just going to tie, I should probably do that slower and show you. So this honestly is just a random length. I'm going to make a loop and then just tie this around and pull that through. So it's just an easy way to make a bow. And then I can adjust my loops like this, how big I want them. Curl them up a little bit. And I want to leave the tails on this a little bit longer on this card. That one's curling just a little bit there. Okay. And then I'll cut, maybe about to here. Then to attach this, I'm going to use one of the runaway glue dots And what I do when I have such a little area here to attach it to, sometimes I just take the glue dot with my finger like this and roll it over a little bit. So it's like half the size. And then I can just press my baker's twine down into it to pick it up. And I'm going to place it right in the center of the flower. I'm doing a special offer this weekend as part of my online birthday party. If you place an order with me on my website of at least $50 by Monday, March 10th, not only will you get to take part in the celebration promotion from Stampin' Up! And choose a free item from the celebration brochure, but you will also go into a drawing for hostess benefits as part of my online party. Now keep in mind you must use the hostess code that's showing on your screen right now. So you'll go to my website, use that hostess code when you place your order. Your name will go into a drawing for the hostess benefits, and everyone that orders at least $50 from me will receive 2 of these cards with envelopes in the mail from me as a thank you. So that way you'll be able to see this gorgeous card in person. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you give it a try to emboss that foil paper. You'll love the results. For daily creative inspiration, visit my blog or find me on Facebook at Jodi Reinert Stamps.